Okay, let's put this show on the road. So here we go. We've got S1, June 2015, and so here we go. Question 1 is about a discrete random variable, and it can only have the values 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it tells us that these values, we have got the cumulative distribution functions. That's the f of x. Okay, so for 1, 2, 3, 4, and it equals this. So they're the really important parts. So now we've read the question, we can rock on. For part A, it says find the value of k. So we start off by listing the possible values that x could be, and that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can't do the probability yet, but we can do the function of this. So we're going to go. So the first one, it's k, we don't know what that is, but it's k times 1 squared, because that's what x is. That's the first one. The second one is k times 2 squared, and the third one is k times 3 squared, and finally k times 4 squared. Okay, so now this is a lot easier. We're going to go, so that's 1k, 4k, 9k, and 16k. Alright, and what do we know about this? We know that once we get to 16k, because it's a cumulative one, that part there has got to equal 1. Okay, so we know that 16k equals 1. If 16k equals 1, then that means k must equal 1 over 16. Okay, so there we've found the value of a. That's that part. 1 over 16 is the answer to that. Now we've got to find the probability distribution of x. So that's this part here that I'd started doing. And so the probability distribution now is that everything is what is the number, these numbers over k. So the first one is going to be 1 over 16. Okay. The second one is going to be 3 over 16, because we know, actually let me write an extra line here because it's going to get confusing. This, the cumulative one, is 1 over 16, 4 over 16, 9 over 16, and 16 over 16, which is 1. Okay, so because these are adding up as we're going along, we've got to work out the difference, haven't we? So that's 3 there, that's 5 there, and here it's 7. Okay, so we'll work out the differences. So we've got 1 over 16, 3 over 16, this is going to be 5 over 16, and finally 7 over 16. That's the probability distribution, but we must always check that it equals 1 if we add all these up. So 7, 12, 13, 16, so that equals 16 over 16, so we know that it's right. Okay, that's question 1, easy peasy, over and done with. Right, let's move on. Question 2 is a bit wordier and is going to take a bit longer, but let's read what it says to start off with. Okay, so Paul believes there's a relationship between the value and floor size of a house. Kind of makes sense. He takes this random sample of 20 houses, it's not very big, and records the value, and he's going to call that V, and the floor size is called M. Oh, and here we've got some coded data. That's not very nice. That might trip us up a bit. We've got coded data of x equals s minus 50 and y equals v divided by 100,000. But then very kindly they've worked out all of these for us. That's very sweet. And so we know that with all of these values they've given us here, and if I just trip down a little bit to here, we're going to find the value of s, x, y. We know what page in our formula book to go to straight off. So we're all going to hit our formula books and we're going to go to the page that says correlation and regression, because that's where all of our formulas are. Okay, so that's really cool. So now we're going to go and read the question. Yay! So the value of s of xy and the value of s of xx. I'm going to squeeze it all in up here so we've got, I don't have to keep turning over pages and stuff. value of s of xy, let's start with that one. S of xy equals, from my formula book, it equals, let me get this, sum of x, y minus the sum of x times the sum of y divided by n. Okay, so that's our formula, and here we go then. Sum of x, y, have they done that for me? Yeah, they have. It's here, so that's really cool. So I'm just going to have to put that there. So I've got 1464, so 1474.1 minus sum of x, which is 441.5 times 59.8, all divided by n, which is 20. There are 20 houses in the survey. Calculator. Okay. 1474.1, take away bracket 441.5 times 59.8 bracket divided by 20, close bracket, equals, eek. So that one equals 154.015. Okay, that's the s of xy. I'm going to write that here. Alright. Okay, that's that one. Now we're going to move on to the other one, which is s of xx. I'm going to pop that over here. S of xx. And from our formula book, that equals, sorry about the pen, formula book, s of xx is the sum of x squared minus sum of x squared divided by n. So here we go. Have they given me this information? Yeah, they have. So here we go. 11,261.25 minus sum of x, which is 441.5 in brackets squared divided by 20 equals, I'm getting a bit crushed with my writing here. Right, so here we go. It is 11,261.25 minus bracket 441.5 close bracket squared divided by 20 equals 1515.1375. Gosh, look at all these. And again, I'm just going to put, that's the s of xx, because we may need to use it later, so we need to be really clear. But when you do your working out, you make sure you do it down the bottom of the page where there's loads of space. Your examiner will not like this. Right, okay, so part B. Find the equation of the least squares regression line of y on x in the form of y equals a plus bx. Right, so I have got here that B equals s of xy divided by s of xx. I think I might have just worked those out. Yep, s of xy is up here, so that's 154.015 0.015 divided by 1515.1375, that equals 0.10165, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's what B is. Okay, that's my B. Okay, so going over to the equation then, I'm going to now have to work out A. Oops. A equals y bar minus b x bar. Okay, so that y bar is just the average, isn't it? So that's going to be y bar equals, where's y? Here, sum of y, 59.8 divided by, and there's 20 houses, so that equals, whatever it equals, we'll come back. 59.8 divided by 20, 2.99, that's y bar, and x bar equals 4 for 1.5 divided by 20, which is 4 for 1.5 divided by 20 is 22.075. 22.075. Right, that's my y bar, that's my x bar. Now I can put them into my formula for A. A equals 2.99 minus B, which is 0.10165, blah blah blah, times x bar, which is 22.025, which equals 2.99 minus 0.1, I don't know if 0, yeah, my calculator, 0.10165 times 22.025 equals 0.751. Okay, goes on a bit. 1, blah 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 blah. Okay, is that all we need to do? So I've got my A and my B. Now I need to put it all together. So y, God, I'm running out of room. Y equals A, which is 0.75, plus B, which was 0.102 times x. There you go. And that is my least squares regression line. Okay. Stop that there. I can pause it.